Dr. Viktor Frankl, an Austrian neurologist, psychiatrist, Holocaust survivor, and the founder of logotherapy, a meaning-centered school of psychotherapy, said, "We must never forget that we may also find meaning in life even when confronted with a hopeless situation, when facing a fate that cannot be changed. For what then matters is to bear witness to the uniquely human potential at its best, which is to transform a personal tragedy into a triumph, to turn one's predicament into a human achievement. When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves." I want to just think about the state of our world today. There's so much happening out there, so much of it beyond our control, so much of it unknown. I know that many of us feel powerless and uncertain about tomorrow, but even while practicing social distancing, I somehow feel strangely connected in ways that I have not felt in a long time. Maybe in light of the pandemic, uncertainty, gloomy projections, and so much pain and fear in the world, our interactions with one another have become filled with more significance, more value, more intention. We've been staying in touch, supporting one another, and pouring love on one another in Zoom, Skype, Hangouts, and Facebook meetings. We've reached out to people we haven't talked to in ages, to check on them, to remember the good old times, or to ask for forgiveness. I feel as though the crisis we are facing has been revealing our true nature to ourselves. And what it's revealing is that we need one another. We are in it together, and only together can we meet our every challenge. For as long as we are together, we're strong. Two people are better off than one, for they can help each other succeed. If one falls, the other can reach out and help. But someone who falls alone is in real trouble. Likewise, two people lying close together can keep each other warm. But how can one be warm alone? A person standing alone can be attacked and defeated, but two can stand back to back and conquer. Three are even better, for a triple braided cord is not easily broken. I think about all the first responders and the ordinary citizens who have sacrificed emotional and physical health, at times their limbs, and yes, even their lives for country and for community, for family and friends. The very act of laying down one's life for someone else is more than a novel idea. It lies at the core of our humanity. The nature of our caring and connection, sacrifice and service are at the foundation of who we are. This is our human potential at its very best. On the opposite hand, self-dealing, conflict-provoking, power-seeking at the expense of the most vulnerable, the elevation of self above the collective is not who we are meant to be. This leads to error, calamity, suffering, and strife, and has never been the way. I remember the story about the father who had two twin sons. The father asked the boys to break a bundle of twigs that he had tied together. They tried with all their might, but could not break the bundle. Then the father removed two twigs from the bundle and asked the sons to break one of them. They both did so with ease. You see, the moral of this story is together we're strong. Alone, we are weaker. I'm here today to remind you that togetherness is our strength. The words of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. come to mind. Quote, "In a real sense, all life is interrelated. All men are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied in a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. This is the interrelated structure of reality," end quote. I'm thinking about who you are and where you might be, not seeing your face or hearing your voice, but knowing you are there. Whoever you are, an average citizen, a care provider, a first responder, a veteran or volunteer. We are all in it together. We are all involved in the acts of mutuality, of giving and receiving. So wherever you are right now, we are all in some way connected to each other's struggles and joys, failures and triumphs. If you haven't told someone recently that you care deeply for them, I encourage you to do so. Let someone else know that they are important to you and that they matter. Call up an old friend, relative, coworker, and just check in with them. We don't always get it right. Sometimes we fall short in our caring, in our showing up, in our just being there. But no matter what, we must never forget our inherent value, that we are all worthy of love, respect, and dignity. Renaissance pioneer and Franciscan friar Giovanni GIOCONDO wrote a reassuring letter to the Countess Aldo Brandeschi on Christmas Eve in 1513. And I believe this is a timeless message that is pertinent today, and I want to conclude with it. It's entitled Letter to a Friend. I am your friend, and my love for you goes deep. There is nothing I can give you which you have not got, but there is much, very much, that while I cannot give it, you can take. No heaven can come to us unless our hearts find rest in today. Take heaven. No peace lies in the future, which is not hidden in this present little instant. Take peace. The gloom of the world is but a shadow. Behind it, yet within our reach, is joy. There is radiance and glory in the darkness, could we but see. And to see, we have only to look. I beseech you to look. Life is so generous a giver, but we, judging its gifts by the covering, cast them away as ugly or heavy or hard. Remove the covering, and you will find beneath it a living splendor, woven of love by wisdom with power. Welcome it, grasp it, touch the angel's hand that brings it to you. Everything we call a trial, a sorrow, or a duty, believe me, that angel's hand is there. The gift is there, and the wonder of an overshadowing presence. Our joys too, be not content with them as joys. They too conceal diviner gifts. Life is so full of meaning and purpose, so full of beauty beneath its covering, that you will find earth but cloaks your heaven. Courage then to claim it. That is all. But courage you have, and the knowledge that we are all pilgrims together, wending through unknown country, home. And so, at this time, I greet you, not quite as the world sends greetings, but with profound esteem and with the prayer that for you now and forever, the day breaks and the shadows flee away.